Alright. Unmuting. Let's go ahead and boop. Alright, so... There's save data present. Where would you like to resume? Let's continue.
Let's continue.
Alright, let's see. Oh, we've already had the... dang it. Never mind, we had this scene before. Let's see. Alright. Off to battle. 4th stage. Huh.
Wow.
So we've got more territories to start with, but a couple of the enemy territories are bigger and more important. I have a feeling there's gonna be a catch. You know what? Let's deploy. Oh, Jeanne d'Arc is here. Alright. We meet again, Altera. Saber. I'm surprised you're still alive. But my forces of destruction will eliminate you shortly. Oh, those are big boys. Wait! You're running away? Huh. She disappeared. Where's the third Praetor? Oh, whoop. Okay. Alright. Healed up. All right. Oh, that's a big one? Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Iskandar. Alright, engine a go-go. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. What'd he do? What'd he do? Okay. Alright, I gotta disrupt that one. Where's the plan? There we go. Where is... Yeah, screw it. Alright, got a Phantasm Circuit. Alright. Alright.
I'm bad.
Ayo.
KO.
Alright. Rematch against Iskandar.
Hello?
Yep.
No cooking.
It's more like crap.
Can't blame ya.
They look kind of pissed off at you know who.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Trust me. While I was walking home from the store and talking with Remy, I mentioned how I'm fully on your side there. He had no reason to get snippy at you when ultimately it was his decision that led him to feeling that way.
I'm just trying to just accept that I'm the kind of person that just irritates people in general.
No, I don't think it's you.
It was him, sure.
There it is. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. There it is. Alright, I've got all three of the Phantasm Circuit.
Nice. My back.
Get
I would ask Remy
freaking.
what his plan is for ask Remy what his plan is for Easter dinner, but he has a proposing
What
chef
the
today.
heck? Ugh.
There's nothing wrong there, lovely.
Yeah, sorry. I kind of was getting bullied by all those dumb birds. It's always the birds.
Yep. Did you ever get your revenge on those Ninja Gaiden birds? Oh wait, no, you didn't.
There it is.
Yeah, I would ask you, I would ask you what your plan is for Easter dinner, but you have a closing shift tonight,
Yeah.
you know? Somehow. Who is ordering pizza on Easter?
And then you have Patrick Star just popping out of his bed. Oh boy, pizza on Easter.
Oh. I'm just really wondering because I don't think you've ever had a holiday off. And
I think.
some of these holidays people wouldn't like order pizzas.
I think I've had Christmas off, but that was about it.
Actually, like stay home and cook. For that,
I think I've had Christmas off, but that was about it. Oh, I need health badly.
奏者よこのエリアをそなたに捧げよう
かかなんという活躍よ今度手合わせしてみぬか
いくぞ便利なものよな先を急ぐ奏者よここにはプラントがいる奴から倒さなければ制圧はできないぞ
There we go. This stage seems to be going much smoother right now.
奏者よこのエリア
Install skill.
をあなたに捧げよう
いい成果を出したようだなこちらも見習おうとしよう
Alright, actually, you know what? Alright. One more henshin to go.
開くがよいはあ気軽に行くですプレメール進化のバラよ見つける
たまらんの勇者との戦いとはこうでなくてはなぬかったいいのをもらっちまったわい
Got him.
勝利だなまた一つ帝国の領土を増やしたぞ
Pension go go, baby.
Alright. Territorial victory.
I've never actually seen gameplay for Beautiful Joe.
Neither have I, actually, so...
We just know the phrase.
Yeah. Okay, so we're fighting against Joan of Arc. Which, oh boy.
新たなサーバントが出現した。早急に撃破しろ。しくじったわ。我が波動をここについえるか。あの制服を撃破したか。これは。
Alright.
ルーラーの名にかけて戦いを収めます。
Holy Maiden of
あ
Intervention.
の制服を撃破したか。簡単する他に。
転落の飾りとなれ。すでに再編は終わっています。ルーラーの名のもとにあなたを倒す。
Well,
なんとエクストラクラスか。ヒルミアセン、ここで打ち取るまで。
alright. Hold on. Ah, shoot. Okay, I've got her cornered. Kinda.
抵抗は無意味です。おとなしく下りなさい。 何度でも言うぞ。ノア、奏者が大好きだ。こんなところで。この剣は星のごとく。この程度。あくまで抵抗するのですね。では、
There we go. Okay.
出しましょう。
Alright. There it is. There's the pause button. What was the tutorial thing for, Phantasm Circuits? There we go. C. Here we go. The Golden Theater.
インペリウムの誉れを誇り、咲き誇る花のごとく、開け黄金の劇場よ。受け取るがよい。ラウセント・クラウディウス。無念。
And there we go.
務めを私が至らなかったから、主よ、お許しを。
That actually went pretty smoothly. Thief Mask, Cohort's Mantle. I need to do something with this LP. Alright. Okay.
よくやった奏者よ。ゆっくり休むがよい。世と奏者の絆が深まったな。これからも常世に見とれるがよい。
さすがの活躍だった。私も鼻が高い。マスターとサーバントの信頼か。いつになろうと、この関係はなくならないのだな。
Okay, got that side mission. Oh. How'd I fail that one?
大した腕じゃねえか。こりゃバカにできねえな。
俺の槍はよく働くだろう。あんたも期待通りのマスター。
奏者よ。
Prepare yourself, Praetor. Something's coming. Just as we speak of you, you feel the need to appear before us. Are you so insecure, heroic spirit Altera? Where is the third Praetor? Confined to your ring, perhaps? That's right. The Praetor is my property and my prisoner. No wandering off and no speaking without my permission. You keep your Praetor chained like a criminal. You vile fiend. Who do you think the Master is? Not who. What? The Master is the key to the regalia, and so I keep those two things together with no chance of escape. You see, the last time I showed any leniency, the Master tricked me and tried to leave home. So no more of that. You have forced your Master into submission. Truly, you are beyond redemption. It is my duty and my pleasure to strike you down. I could say the same of you, servant. Your blather over my prisoner is so pitifully naive. Still, you've managed to surprise me, driving off the king of conquerors, Iskandar, and he certainly wasn't holding back. How did that happen? Your function and statistics give you no advantage over him. Far from it. So how did you win? Tell me. Do you not understand, Altera? Heaven, Earth, humanity, it's all so much more than function and statistics. Sometimes we hurl ourselves against all odds, heedless of the consequences. That's passion, and it is unstoppable. Before your coming, the Praetor and I won every battle in the Holy Grail War here on this moon. No one could have predicted such a thing, not with a calculator. But we seized the grand prize with the power of our bond, our love. Bond. Love? Is that some kind of hidden feature? Some secret skill? Absolutely not. Are you truly so woefully misinformed? I speak of our heart, of our feelings. I'm aware of the concept, but that's all. I have no need to know more of such things. Now come and test the power of your love against the sword of Mars. Can you endure this, Emperor of Rome? Ha! I have not yet finished. And still you hold your stoic facade, do you, Altera? You spoke of the sword of Mars, so you must respect the glories of the Roman gods. Do you have ties with Rome, perhaps? I am Altera. I am the destruction of the world and all those in it. Was there a place called Rome once? Then perhaps it was I who destroyed it. What? But please, don't misjudge me. Destruction is my duty, not my passion. Emperor Nero, if you hand over your master and regalia, we will spare you both. If not, then your life and your master's mind are forfeit. Choose. Surrender or extinction. Her words are deadly quiet. Surrender or extinction. The white servant isn't lying. I'm sure Saber knows that too. Whatever else she might be, she's clearly true to her word, but... I refuse! Today, in the name of grace, I will show you mercy. consider it well. The next time we meet, that grace will fall away. Oh no. Pink Dragon Girl's here. Oh? Oh my. What is this? You! The planet's embodiment, heroic spirit Altera. You know, for all that power of yours, you're taking your sweet time here, don't you think? Falling like a star to crush all those beneath. Again, I think back to what Altera said. The planet, her star, there has to be some greater connection. I mean, you need to kill her, and you're showing her mercy? Did the planet say you could do that? Your job is to kill people and break things, right? I'm not wrong about that, am I? So unless you want to quit and take up, I don't know, cultivating piggies or squirrels, why don't you stop messing around and get it done? I mean, what have you got on your plate besides destruction, really? Shut your mouth. Oh, scary. I can just feel the rays of destruction streaming off of you. But just remember this. Whatever happens, the planet's going to do what it does, right? No matter what kind of mercy you want to show. You and the planet. Irritating as you are, you seem to have a personal stake in this, Dark Eliza. Good, you finally got my name right. I was getting ready to kill you if you messed it up again. Alright, my sad, clueless rival. As a special favor, I'll educate you. The one that gave me this power. The Star of Destruction that comes again every 14,000 years. It invades, breaks, feeds, crushing everything in its path, including your world. Its name? Velber. I feel like I saw something just now. Was it an illusion or a vision forcing its way into my head? I saw the ground burning. I saw the world burning. I saw every inch, every corner torn by pain and corruption. I felt the world's despair as the invaders spread and multiplied like cancer cells. The catastrophe destroys all civilizations, without clemency or judgment. The beasts of nature suffer horrible mutations, run amok, and ultimately fall to ash. Prophets protest that the end has come too soon. Rulers call upon their people to fight. Scholars say only that it is too late. But some people cling to their optimism, believing that at least some of them will endure. Until the true threat makes its appearance. You don't look well, little piggy. Did I ring a bell just now? I saw something I'd never seen before, but it seemed familiar. Was it a memory of mine? Where could I have seen it, and how? Was it someone else's memory, maybe? And could it be related to the memories I lost in the moon cell core? This planet, Velber, that's its name? You really are the Emperor Fool Saber. Why'd the Regalia choose you again? Tell you what, go find out for yourself. Ask that engineer of yours, Mr. Eureka, Eureka, see what he has to say. He'll tell you all about it, I'm sure. Then you'll see what it really means. Now then, my eternal rival and her little piggy. See you later. I just hope you enjoy the short time you have until the very end. Struggle, grieve, and then forget it all and sing. What kind of suggestion was that? And just what does this planet want? Is it truly an actual planet? Perhaps a star falling from the sky? Not that I would ever obey Dark Eliza, but perhaps we should consult our great scholar. Now, great scholar, I ask you, what is this planet? I hope for your sake you have kept no secrets from us. If you have, and if your reasons are acceptable, I will temper your punishment. However, if I find you have betrayed us in any way, you will pay the price in full. Are you prepared, Archimedes of Syracuse? It is as you suspect. I had orders to keep this secret until the Sovereign had fully unified Seraph. Please forgive me. So in other words, you were plotting behind my back? You took my hospitality and kept your secrets? In a sense, but as a servant, I would like to put this temporary life on the line and make a statement. Very well. I will allow it. Speak. The fate of the world rests with you. However you might interpret that, the fact remains the same. The fate of the world. I feel that burden daily, and yet this feels different somehow. Is this about the continuation of Seraph, perhaps? Speak truthfully. No, this is bigger than that. When I say the world, I mean all of existence as we comprehend it. I mean humanity itself. Earth, the moon, everywhere humanity lives and breathes, its lives, its dreams, its cultures, all of it depends on you and that one little ring. The moon cell told me that as soon as it summoned me, and based on what it told me, I withheld one particular fact from you. The fact that you received the regalia just in time for the 14,000 year system update was no coincidence. So the moon cell wished to give the regalia to me specifically at this exact time? Correct. The truth is inevitable. The moon cell decided that you, the victor of the Holy Grail War, are the only being capable of fighting its recurring menace. You see, the moon cell treats most human conflicts impassively. At most, it will intervene for analytical purposes. There is only one being whom the moon cell considers a threat to itself. An enemy beyond humanity, beyond this solar system. Indeed, beyond this universe. A being from outside of space itself. It is called Velber, the Umbral Star. It passes through our system every 14,000 years, consuming and destroying all in its path. Nowhere in my studies have I seen that name. Does it perchance compare to some myth or legend I might know? Only the moon cell knew its name until now, having recorded it in the moon cell core. But there is a single record that survived its last attack. A warning from 14,000 years ago. It reads, "It feeds from beyond the stars." Technologically, it seems similar to the moon cell, which also appears to have been made without humanity's knowledge. Much is unknown about its construction, but its circuits appear to have been made from something called void cells. It runs on spiritrons, it keeps meticulous records of everything it destroys, like the moon cell's conceptual opposite. We know that Velber arrived in the solar system 14,000 years ago, and destroyed all of human civilization. But more than that, up to that point the moon cell had accumulated a great number of if-futures, or future histories. Velber took those too. When Velber passed by the moon cell, it must have hacked into its core and stolen the data. A few files survived in the fragments, some labeled results from this dimension, and others future measurements. Those who were able fought tooth and nail to defend the barest sliver of humanity's memory. But this time they might not succeed. It sounds as if the Moon Cell loves to hoard information and preserve all of humanity's memories, even the most trivial. Yes? Correct. For that reason, the Moon Cell prepared an anti-Velber defense mechanism, namely, the Regalia and I. You see, at the core of its concept, the Moon Cell is built to survey and observe, not to fight or defend, even if it can see a threat coming. For such a wonderful machine, it's a rather glaring weakness. However, even if the Moon Cell can't or won't strengthen itself, it can use its omniscience to strengthen others. The entire Regalia system is pure Moon Cell ingenuity, all for the purpose of fighting off Velber. It prepared to counter-hack Velber, close off its core completely, and insulate itself in auto-Sonoya mode, an unbreakable digital wall. That was the planned purpose of the system update, but the Moon Cell also anticipated that Velber could adapt to that. If Velber could pierce the Moon Cell's defenses, the Moon Cell needed someone to fight for Seraph on the outside. For as long as Velber attacks, a being with royal authority must hold the enemy at bay. And that would be you, Your Majesty. You were not chosen to repair Seraph, you were chosen to protect it. Thusly, you have the great task of defending this world and every life upon it. So many lives, so many little lights, all looking to you. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So the Moon Cell's ideal king is no mere administrator, but a master of war. Incidentally, did you think of that speech, or did the Moon Cell give it to you? The latter, of course. But the people of the world will repeat it gladly. All that said, and despite your own fearsome reputation, the enemy planet is a formidable foe, and no ordinary hero could stop it. Therefore, I held off on telling you the whole truth. I waited to see if you could succeed in uniting Seraph. The moment I saw that you could, I intended to share the truth. Say no more. I understand. A king who defends the entire world. Many Roman emperors have come and gone, but none with that task, and none in this castle. Archimedes of Syracuse, I will accept your statement as the truth. I will overlook your lie of omission for now, and I grant you permission to keep your head. But reflect upon yourself for ever doubting me. Even if such a foe is beyond my understanding, what does that matter? I am the Emperor of Roses, she who cuts through stems and stars alike. The sword of the rose shall blossom in flaming glory. Think you I would hesitate to protect my people? I stand beside the Praetor, and beside all who dwell in my care. One strike will send this foe scurrying off. For my love, for my people, and not for any damned moon machine. Impressive. Your eloquence is as admirable as your valor. So on behalf of the Moon Cell and as its chief engineer, please accept my pledge of fealty. I am grateful to serve you, and now we can finally begin the real battle. We know our enemy, we know what it wants, now let us prepare to march, that the tide shall turn and our enemy fall. Gawain's side story added. New content to the gallery. You've obtained a reward for strengthening your bond. Ooh. Decoy 32, Heal 32, Cure, and Change. B rank Mystic Code, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and equip that. That strange being, Altera. I feel something is wrong with her. Do you not agree, Praetor? She speaks of destruction, but has shown mercy. She says she is heartless, but she allowed me to retreat. I cannot understand what she means to do or what she means to be. Just, what is she? An embodiment of the planet? No. Besides that, there has to be more to the story. Even I cannot explain it. But the destruction of civilization. Still, something about that servant's words, her presence, it's also familiar and yet so out of place.
Yo, Rami, I just saw the worst roast of Proton John ever.
Oh no.
Someone said John looks like Weird Al if he only parodied Christian rock.
Oh my god.
It's so... I mean, I can kinda see it, but Jesus Christ. This is back in May of 2024.
Oh god. Oh.
Poor John.
That's not a roast. That guy got fried.
Poor John.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, why did that one get me so hard? Alright.
He got me.
Alright. Let's go ahead and rest.
I'm just grinning like an idiot now.
Let's see. EXTELLA of the Umbral Star 1. Mare Carcer. The Titan's Dark Tomb.
The fuck is this video, Emily? Emily 2. JoJo's Bizarre Fine Dining. What is this video about?
I'm guessing it would have something to do with some of those collab cafes or some of the food that showed up on the anime.
Oh no, it would have to be a collab cafe. It's Emily.
Yeah. Alright.
Who do you think she dragged with her to the cafe? Yup! I think it was a cafe.
It is
She
a collab
brought-
cafe.
She brought Sea-Dog.
The what?
She brought Sea-Dog VA. She brought Connor to the cafe.
Oh god. Alright, here we go. Here we go.
I mean, I guess out of everyone at Geeks Plus, he would be the one.
Yeah. Alright. I was so enraptured by your majesty's solemnity that my little speech about the tide turning came out of nowhere. We have some time before we deploy, so please ask if you have any uncertainties. I cannot contribute as much as I would like to, but I will answer your questions with all sincerity, Silver Shinobi. Alright. Tell us more about this planet. The all-consuming planet, Velga. It masterminded the assault on you, Silver Shinobi. Its path mirrors a comet's, crossing our solar system every 14,000 years. Based on photos from its last visit, it resembles a crying eye. Simply put, Velber is the greatest enemy of all sentient life. Whenever it passes near a planet, all civilizations upon that planet are destroyed. The last time Earth encountered Velber, 80% of the planet's surface was burned to ash.
What? They saying that was the cause of the KT event.
Might be?
80% of the planet was burned.
Yeah.
That's KT event.
Velber...
They're saying this caused the extinction of the dinosaurs.
Velber also accessed certain partitions of the moon cell. Those partitions, now quarantined, are known today as the Zero Dark. On Earth, the civilizations that thrived before Velber's coming were all wiped out. When Velber shines in the sky, it is said that the moon breaks asunder. That is how powerful our enemy is. The enemy of all life, all intelligence, and of the moon cell automaton, who watches and records all human lives from above. We must also consider the sudden appearance of the White Servant, Altera. There is no doubt she is a soldier of Velber. Pardon me, I couldn't help but hold my breath hearing all that again. Fighting a celestial body may be easier said than done. Supposing we find a servant whose weapon of choice is a... what is that word? A rocket? But who? I can think of no one. There was a certain von Braun, but when the Western European plutocracy froze the space program, he disappeared. How unfortunate. They might be overthinking, but I can barely think at all right now. The scale of the situation is so large that I can't wrap my head around it. A living planet eating its way through space? That's beyond my imagination. But it's true, Velber is real. The moon cell closing itself off, mysterious enemy programs appearing in Seraph, and the White Servant with her ravaging power. She's every bit the destroyer she claims to be. Velber, the Umbral Star. I believe I understand now. It would trample our lands and cause my Praetor suffering, and so I curse its name. Alright. Tell us more about the Regalia and how they tie into all this. Velber, the planet that attacks every 14,000... You okay there?
That was just a yawn.
Ah, okay. Velber, the planet that attacks every 14,000 years, the Regalia is one of our defenses against it. In short, the Regalia temporarily allows a third party to gain special admin access to the Moon Cell. The Moon Cell's mana power is the Sovereign's transformations, infusing her with anti-Velber technology. So we use the Regalia's authority to build up the Moon Cell's power and tailor its features as I see fit. But what about those enemy programs? Do they belong to Velber? A very insightful question, Your Majesty, if I may say so. The territories Castor tried to hold, which Altera now commands, are all infected with Velber's cells. The soldiers are remnants from Velber's previous attack, who've escaped quarantine. Their captains are called anti-cells. The Moon Cell attempted to eliminate them when they first attacked, but could only seal them away in the Zero Dark, until now. So please remember, the Regalia is a mythical piece of code, designed to battle Velber and the likes of Altera. I see. At first I thought it merely a symbol of my union with the Praetor, a wedding gift of sorts. If only the truth were so romantic. A harsh truth indeed. But I suppose I always knew the Regalia must have had some other purpose. Very well. I shall accept what was given to me. If the moon cell has gifted me a weapon, then I shall do what I do best and master it. Alright, finally, tell us about Altera. Altera is a heroic spirit from Earth. She exists in Seraph as a servant. For some reason, the planet chose her to be its instrument, pitting her against the two of you. The black enemy programs now swarming Seraph are all soldiers of Velber infected with the planet's cells and corroded. Such soldiers are led by so-called anti-cells who spearhead Velber's campaigns against other worlds. Altera commands them all now. Her goal is to rally the armies of the Zero Dark, the realms Velber infected ages ago, and bring ruin. If the servant who wields the regalia is the embodiment of the moon cell, then Altera is most likely the embodiment of the planet. And since she holds a part of the regalia, her strength is beyond legendary. With her unimaginable amount of mana and her armies from the Zero Dark, she aims to conquer every inch of our world. A titan in strength and stature, she's truly a fearsome foe. But in form, she is still a heroic spirit. Yes, just as the moon cell chose you, Velber most likely chose her. Just like me, hmm? But then, what is Altera's true name? As of this moment, I cannot confirm a match for her among any known heroic spirits. I see. That's it. Did you hear that, Praetor? Once we learn her true identity, then at the very least we can find out which time and place she belongs to. Even if her records are missing, I feel I must have heard of her before. The answer is tugging at the back of my mind. She may be concealing her past willfully through the use of her independent skills or noble phantasm. Yes, we must consider that as well. I will continue to investigate, of course, but I must advise you that I don't expect to find much. Silver Shinobi, I have something important to tell you, sir. Do you still remember, while we were registering your royal authority at the Moon Cell Corps, that enemy Titan appeared? Apparently, it was an aspect of Velber. I believe it's the selfsame Titan that laid waste to Earth, and the moon with it long ago. Titan? Is Velber not a planet? In a sense, but it doesn't simply crash into other planets. Rather, it sends its soldiers to assault those planets' civilizations. 14,000 years ago, that Titan was among those soldiers, I believe. Since then, it's most likely been slumbering in the Zero Dark. And it awakened at the approach of its master. Is that what we're inclined to suppose? Yes, but its efforts had long ago left it near death. The harshness of the Zero Dark could barely sustain it. And exposure to the outside would kill it even faster. It's an old generation model of soldier. That's why Velber needed a new replacement. To clear the way for its arrival, Velber marshaled its remaining resources in the Zero Dark and launched a surprise attack. As Silver Shinobi and I were registering the regalia, it attacked us and split his being into 3 pieces. I was able to help the mind and soul escape, but I was too late to keep the body out of enemy hands. So even though the Titan fell, the enemy's access to an aspect of the Master gave it access to the rest of the Moon Cell. The enemy then forced the body to summon a servant, Altera. Earthling or not, she is evil to the core, and is aiding the planet willingly. She, of course, is the one who then forced Silver Shinobi to stay on as her master and prisoner. Very well. First and foremost, she holds my Praetor's body in her clutches. Nothing we say here will change that. So I ask again to make doubly sure. Her regalia, properly restored, can save the Praetor from fading away? Yes, there's no doubt about that. Castor still has the Praetor's soul, and her whereabouts remain unclear, but if we can restore the regalia, then Silver Shinobi will not disappear. Have no fear of such a thing. If we do unite the mind and body, what will happen to the soul? Could we draw the soul out of hiding that way? Indeed. You see, at this point, the three aspects of Silver Shinobi are all in an even balance. The mind and body in one would become the true vessel of Silver Shinobi, drawing the soul to the vessel eventually. I see. So the individual parts are drawn to the stronger whole. But what if the soul refuses to rejoin the vessel? That would be impossible. Rejoining the vessel is the natural order of such things. However, you do raise an interesting observation, Your Majesty. If any of the Praetor's three aspects were to meet an untimely end, the other two would call for a replacement. For example, if the soul of Silver Shinobi were killed at the hands of Castor, that soul would disappear. However, a new soul would form inside the body, and it would take on the old soul's memories. Up until the time of the split, at least. That goes for the mind as well. If either mind or soul were killed, the body would gain new versions of them. So if Altera defeats you and Castor, she kills the aspects of Master, then she would obtain the perfect Master for herself. So Altera's possession of the body gives her the upper hand. Ugh, this is intolerable. Still, recovering either the soul or the body will save the Praetor from fading away. That's more than enough of a reason to fight Altera. Even if... first a sly little fox, then a harbinger of the apocalypse from beyond the stars. Why? Castor I can understand. Beastly as she is, she stood no chance of resisting the Praetor's charms. But of all people... a starlet. A maiden from beyond the stars. How are you so very popular, Praetor? Protag just looks over to Nero. You're asking me that? That's a fair question. I can understand Saber's concern. But there are bigger issues at stake. We've gone from a serious discussion to a chat about love. I can see Archimedes is trying to force a friendly smile. Saber, it's time to focus, don't you think?
She gave it a 5 out of 5.
She gave the JoJo Cafe a 5 out of 5?
Yeah. Like, she said that every plate they were given, they finished.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good, yeah.
Okay, given it's a JoJo Cafe.
I think you'd like the dessert.
Okay.
The dessert plate is a variety of desserts, each based on protagonists.
Okay. Since it's a JoJo Cafe, did they do the thing with the cherry?
No, I don't. None of the things that Emily and kind of got had cherries.
Ah, damn it, missed opportunity.
The thing is that for the dessert, it was a 6-piece dessert. Each piece representing one of the main protagonists.
Ah.
26. I think you would like the one for part 1's protag, a mince pie.
That does sound good. But yeah, missed opportunity. He could have referenced...
I remember that Josuke was a chocolate opera cake.
Ooh.
Really good!
Anyway. Isn't youth grand? But I have little to contribute on that particular topic. Shall we discuss our strategy? Perhaps after we defeat Altera, we can speak more of love and envy. But yeah, I brought up cherries because they could have had the opportunity to reference Kakyoin.
I know.
Lelo, lelo, lelo,
Also,
lelo.
the main course was a beef dish. Some garnishes based on other characters. The beef was Josuke. The 5 garnishes behind Josuke were all based on the stands of the other Stardust Crusaders. Then you had a pumpkin puree that was meant to represent Dio.
Oh, you meant Jotaro.
Oh yeah, Jotaro, not Josuke.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah,
Okay, that does sound pretty good though.
it does.
All right. The Holy Maiden. There is no stronger foe, but we managed to win the day this time, Praetor. Nonetheless, her lips were sealed. Whatever her reasons may have been, she kept them hidden even at the end. No matter. If we take enough wild stabs in the dark, one of them will draw blood eventually. Or we could simply ask Altera herself, couldn't we?
Oh, excuse me.
You sensed me. How astute of you. This is the 3rd time we've met. Your presence has a very distinctive aura, I must say. What was that?
So how intriguing.
Yep.
I have traumatized.
Regardless, I have questions, and you will answer. Why did the Holy Maiden turn? Did that planet of yours step in and twist her heart? No, it wasn't the planet, was it, Altera? It was you. She chose her side and fell because of you. So you've pointed out the obvious. Is that all you have to say? Oh, Saber, listen to yourself. But speaking of the obvious, twice now I've made you bow before the Sword of Mars. Is that what you expect to happen here, Altera? Sparks flying from Saber's meteoric blade as it clashes with the Sword of Mars. The surge of energy as Saber swings, the vast reserves of mana in Altera's Sword of Light. Twice before, Altera drove Saber back. This time, Saber stands her ground. Is there some deeper hidden power within the Regalia? Is it some untapped reserve in Saber's nature? Perhaps it's simply the result of all her training. All that aside, will Saber unleash the core of her passionate fire? I don't even need to ask. The arcs of her sword paint a picture as beautiful as a blooming rose. No one can take me head-on. If you try, you'll break like all the others. If you had any sense, you'd at least try a fighting retreat. Although I must admit, your style intrigues me. You fight to avoid extinction, and yet you court it. Perhaps you recognize its worth. Saber of deep crimson. You dance like a flower in the wind. You burn like an unceasing flame. Of course I do! I will gladly court death in pursuit of vandals like you. And... no, too late. Whew. Even a surprise attack does nothing to faze you. I can see how you earned the Holy Maiden's respect. Though I must defeat you, allow me to praise you first. There can be no doubt of your strength or your will to conquer. But beware, lest your pride become arrogance. Soon enough you will fall, and when you do, it shall be I above you. Altera, why do you smile? No, let me ask instead. Why do you take pleasure in this? It does look like Altera's enjoying this. That's why I can't help but think there must be something human about her. Despite being powerful enough to embody the destructive will of an entire planet, she feels something. She enjoys something. I sense that she has the same feelings as us. Smile. Me? Indeed. Why are you happy, Altera? You claim that you exist to destroy, and yet you have not destroyed me. You're right. I haven't destroyed you yet, despite having every chance to. Am I smiling? Truly? Truly. Take a glance in the mirror if you must. But where does that smile come from? Do you smile because you envision my imminent death? Or because you have finally found a worthy opponent? Which is it? Can't you tell? My purpose is to crush you. I hope for nothing more than to make you suffer, no matter who you are or what you've done. But smiling, that's not possible. I've never smiled, not even once. You suggested a mirror saber? Very well. I should have one in my room. I already know you're wrong, of course. There's nothing human about me, emotional or otherwise. But if I must confirm it... What? She's leaving? Who would ever do such a thing? Come back at once and finish this! How uncivilized! Did she not say that she would not hesitate the next time we met?
Put my glasses on right now.
Let's go for a battle. Huh. Interesting configuration. Actually, wait. Okay. Mana recovery plus 7. The EXTELLA maneuver gauge fills faster. That would be good. Actually, here. Reduced Earth. Eye of the Mind. That sounds pretty helpful. Or actually, let's do that. Yeah, that might help. Alright, it's back.
is itchy.
Okay. What other installs? Yeah. Increases attack power against servants. I suppose I could use that later on. What servant info do we have? Just their bonds. Alright. Battle! Your Majesty, it is with greatest delight that I bring you this report. Lord Nero Claudius, true king of Seraph. There is no other who is suited to wield the regalia. You have defeated the false king Castor and are well on your way to reclaiming the territories from the forces of destruction. Even the Umbral Star's champion herself has no chance against you when next you meet. In other words, the Moon Cell made the right choice. Of course it made the right choice. What other choice could there be? But regardless of who is king or who wields the regalia, I have a score to settle. Leave all talk of Velber aside for now. Once I defeat this emissary, I shall resume the fight against him as a victor. I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this something you have to prove as a servant? Perhaps it's unique to the Saber class? That is indeed a part of it. She is a Saber as well, of course. If I were to lose to a fellow Saber again, it would reflect poorly not only upon myself, but upon my master as well. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see. Then again, she has the same master, so I suppose the Praetor's reputation would remain untarnished either way. Regardless, I wish to do battle with her because of who I am. A challenging, worthy opponent awaits, and I have every reason to face her. Does that not inflame your soul as it does mine? I love power. I love beauty. Altera has both of those things. Her challenge is more than that to me. It is a calling. Saber's eyes burn brightly. This has nothing to do with our strategic situation. Not anymore. Her fight with Altera is personal now. Altera. She called me a flame. She and I. The first time I was in no position to fight. The second, I was desperate. The third, I stood fast and we spoke as we fought. This time, I truly feel sorry for her. This fourth time will no doubt be the last. This battle will unite Seraph once and for all. Whatever your orders, please make use of my sword. Praetor, as you guided Leo, as you believe in the Emperor, I shall believe as well. Yes, I am counting on you, Sir Gawain. When we face Altera, remember, our pride as Sabers is on the line. But why are you looking at the Praetor instead of me? No matter. We'll discuss that later. Moving on for now. We're going to do this in order? Whatever. This is definitely going to be the final battle. Just a moment. Lancer Servant Cuchulain ready. If you wish, I will lend you my power. This place is your Athengabla. I don't care about any umbral star, planet, comet, whatever it is. I'll send the enemy packing with my cursed spear. Athengabla? I have heard of such a thing. The rune of the determined warrior, is it? That truly does pique my interest, but my sword and I are both determined enough. Son of Light from Ulster Cycle. Regardless, you have my thanks. The Praetor and I honor the commitment of your spirit. Now, so this new saber opposes our king. I have no say in our land's politics, but your words are convincing enough. You're no king of the Yin dynasty, but I admire your honest spirit, and I've seen you grown tremendously as a ruler and a warrior. This battle is ours to win. Please use my fists to your liking. At any rate, I am sworn to be an assassin. Should you ask it of me, I will gladly go forward alone and return with your enemy's head. With apologies, Demon Fist Master, but I would rather you hold to your current role and fight as a general. And then Li Shuen's just like, oh, come on! And speaking of roles, considering that you are an assassin, I shall take your words as high praise. Are you so austere with your students, I wonder? Strict as you are, you must be a fine instructor. Indeed. Once this battle is over, I would love to learn all I can from you. Now then, Archer, we come to you. Because of that comment, I just imagined Nero learning Kung Fu. Like she would be dressed in a cheapao, and basically she would be Red Chun-Li. I just imagine that, and I think it's adorable. What is there to say? We're all ready to carry out your orders. We'll charge in and put it all on the line by your command. You have a knack for turning long odds into major victories. Based on that, I'd say we have a chance. And as long as we have that chance, all four of us will do what you say. But be careful. You also have a knack for losing control of your victories. Winning is all well and good, but it's what you do with the win that counts. So don't make the mistake of taking our support for granted. That said, your orders are on par with the Master's orders, and we all know that Velber has to be stopped. Most of all, every one of us wants to bring down Altera, so we're all together on that. Isn't that right, Great Scholar? You are absolutely correct, Archer, and all praise to Her Majesty for her pure intentions of victory. Very well. I shall make use of all your skills. My four generals, listen carefully. This is the final battle of my campaign. This very day, we shall unite Seraph forever. Why do I have a feeling it's not going to be that easy? This is what it means to be king. Gate of Babylon. Ah, great. Gilgamesh is here. Oh, crap. Alright,
反則級のサーバントだな。セクターを越えて支援攻撃を放つと被害が拡大する前にあの攻撃を止めるしかない。
Alright, oh boy.
マトリクスが完成してしまう。急ぐのだ。このままでは我らの敗北となる。
来ましたか。正々堂々迎え撃ちましょう。
Crap.
奏者よ、戦況の確認を。攻め込まれている自陣があるようだぞ。
Iskandar's here again.
王の前だ。勇姿を示すがいい。
奏者よ、戦況の確認を。攻め込まれている自陣があるようだぞ。
力のような戦士とはな。つくづく人類したいやつは面白い。
同感だ、アレキサンダー大王。いや、正義のイスカンダル。行くぞ。何度でも言うぞ。奏者が大好きだ。
Alright, gotta refresh something. Go cast?
Excuse me.
Okay, it didn't say anything about using the spells with the code cast. Oh crap.
いよいよ波に乗ってきたな。なかなかのお手前で。
Oh, damn it. Okay. With my command seal, I order you, rise, Saber. Okay.
戦隊撃破か。一人で戦闘を終わらせる気かね。
間に合ったな。見たか奏者よ、領土を守り抜いたぞ。
救援成功です、神王。見直しました。しくじったわ。我が波動をここについえるか。
もう味方の被害が大きすぎる。
Where's the... There it is. What is this? There we go. Oh, that is not good. Okay.
What isn't?
There's like 2 big invasion efforts right now, and they're all the way on like the other side of the battlefield. Joan of Arc.
Oh my god, Lynn is so cute. Wow, like that.
Crap! Ow. You know what? Screw it.
What's his little white chin just poking out of the ball? So cute.
Crap.
Why are cats so precious?
They really are. Oh boy. Mankind's oldest hero, Gilgamesh. Well, there's Gilgamesh. There it is.
Hey, 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 yeah.
私の落ち度でしょうか。ここまで追い込まれるとは。
Hey, 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 yeah.
Alright. There's a plant. Oh, crap. Well, I think this is the first time we've actually got a game over. Yep, mission failed. This foe is a challenge to be sure, but victory is never impossible. I'll prepare myself to the fullest and seize every territory there is. Alright. Unfortunately, this might be where we'll have to stop. Let's see. I just realized, while it's not Caesar, I'm celebrating Easter by playing a game where you play as a Roman emperor. Oops.
Man, Stoner Jesus is gonna be pissed at you. For about, like, 3 seconds. Jesus on his own is pretty chill. Stoner Jesus would be...
Okay, so we don't...
So chill, he would basically be dead, I feel.
So basically, we don't give him any of that burning bush. Oh wait, that's Moses.
Remington! God!
I had to. I had to. All right. With that, let's save. And let's see who we can raid and what we can raid with. You know what? Since we brought up, since we brought up like zombie stoner Jesus, let's raid Calidori, who is currently playing some Schedule 1.
By the way, that's not a funny joke.
Yeah.
That's why I scolded him.
Gonna raid with green eggs, no ham necessary. Oh, I can't raid her. Ah, never mind. In that case, let's see who else. Let's see who we can raid instead. We haven't raided her in a bit. Let's raid Ilsa Wild, who is currently playing some Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising. Let's see. Tomorrow is Monday, so it'll be some it'll be either some Mega Man Maker like usual, or I could try that Mega Man Again game that I saw Power Guy do a video of. Let's see. I will talk to you guys later. Let's go ahead and raid.